Hi everyone, hello to the second discussion of the 7 habits for effective people from leadership perspective. Today we're gonna discuss uh, this book, 7 Habits for Effective People, for the first time, but as a uh, monthly discussion, this is the second discussion. So let us begin. We're going to talk today about what is the 7 habit for effective people, and then we're going to discuss the personal account, the habit 1, habit 2, and habit 3. And next month, inshallah, we'll complete the third discussion and continue to this book. So let us introduce to each other. What is your name? What do you work, and from where? And what do you expect from this discussion?
Okay,
Start with Vector.
hi everyone. My name is Raymond. I'm from Nigeria. I'm a career development coach, and I'm presently the Global Partnerships Coordinator for Global Education and Travel and Force. And what I expect from this conversation is to, sharpen up my leadership skills and also help and to connect with other career professionals and also other leadership people so that we can all learn and support each other. Thank you so much, Abdullah, for bringing this and this leadership conversations together. Thank you so much.
Thanks. Abdulaziz, tell us about you.
Yes, I am Abdulaziz Ahmed. I am from Jeddah, studying in King Abdulaziz University, and inshallah, I am hoping to uh, learn more about the 7 habits for effective people.
Great. Let's start. The 7 Habit is book. I think he wrote it 19 in the 19 of last year, last century. It's very effective, and until now, anyone to want to be a manager, want to be leader, to want to be success, he need to read this book. It's very effective, really, for anyone. So he talk about habit. He mentioned that habit. He mentioned in his writing that habit contain of knowledge. What I am doing is good or bad. How to do. This is the knowledge, and the skills, the ability to do the habit, and the desire. For example, we can do bad habit. We can do good habit. Do we have the desire to do the habit? A lot of books different about maybe habit like a routine, but his habit is like a skills. So he that's why in this his book he write all about detail about each habit in the 7 habits, about the knowledge, about the how, and about the willing and the result that you will gain from this habit. Then he mentioned very unique perspective, maturity level. He mentioned that anyone he will
He
be
will be
in
in
uh, what they call it.
what they call it. Sorry, Abdullah. Brian is in the waiting room.
Oh, okay.
Oh, okay.
No waiting room. He can't join directly.
Okay, because I was asked to. I also joined through waiting room too.
No, he can't. He can't join directly.
No, he can't. He can't join the.
So this Stephen,
So this Steve,
you have, can you
you have can you?
mute yourself? Yeah. Maturity level. First level that you depend on other. Anyone, if you want to be success, no. You will blame this guy. You will blame this guy. You will blame this guy. You blame your condition. Anything. You will blame other because you depend on them. This is the first level of maturity. Later, we have the 3 habit of success. Be proactive, the first habit. Second habit, start with end of mind. Third habit is start with the most important first, then the important. This is, he call it the personal victory. Later, he mentioned that you have 3 more habits about thinking win-win, listen to other first, then to be understand, then to be understood, then the collaboration. This will be the mutual maturity. So in here, as a maturity level, as a career coach, I see a lot of people, they always blaming their manager. My manager, he do like that, he do like that, he do like that. So let us talk about that. How we can, as a career professional and to develop leader, measure the maturity level for each candidate or employee or manager in that way. Who want to start his opinion? Raymond or
Brian?
Okay, Abdullah. Okay, you're talking about people that blame their manager, right? Hello?
Yes.
Okay. For me, I think it's the level of the knowledge that they have, because we human being naturally, when we feel or something is not working the way we want it, we always want to blame someone else, and I think it's more in Africa right now because of the politics and the politicians. So if anything happens to you, the first thing you blame is the politicians or or you blame the president. So there's always one person to blame. And I think when it comes to corporate organization also, we know when something is not working, sometimes we blame the leader and sometimes we blame the employees. We blame other employees as well. So I think it's naturally man instinct to blame somebody when things is not working out well for them.
Exactly. I like it. But you, mashallah, directly to the president. So yes, even the manager, he will blame other. My employee, they are not collaborative. My employee, they are not skilled. My employee, they are not qualified. This is the manager, what he will do. Or the employee, my manager is not good, and so on. So if they are still in the dependency of other, they won't success until they have changing their perspective to be better. Okay, I have this employee as a manager, I have this employee, I need to develop them, I need to have a plan for them, I need to fix with them, I need to confront them at least, not just to talk about them. Even as an employee, there's something called upper management, how to lead your manager. The employee, he can understand his manager personality, he can be proactive, he plan his career, then he can blame his manager, not directly blame the manager. Who have any thought about that?
Hi guys.
Yes.
Great, thanks. It's good to be here. I can hear interesting discussion going on. So I like the fact that it has already been explained that it's human nature to always try to find blame in others and forgetting that you have the responsibility to do your part. So I think it's both ways, and also if we look at it from another angle, an employee, yes, has the right to blame the manager in other circumstances whereby the manager has definitely failed to create a positive environment for that employee to be productive. So I think it depends with the situation. But in many cases, you find that people blame the managers, like Raymond said, because they lack knowledge, and the level of understanding is different because they are not seeing the bigger picture. So sometimes the manager sees better than you, the subordinate. That's why they are being your manager. So sometimes it's good to just be there to listen to your manager and do what the manager says, and see where you can go. So I just think it depends with the situation.
Wonderful. Exactly. I 100% with you. As an employee, he need to think and stop thinking bad about his manager, and even the manager he need also to confront and tell the employee that this is the data, that this is the big picture, not to be quiet, and the employee will be scared and there will be problem. So the manager, he need to be proactive in that matter, and also the employee, he need to be proactive. So let's talk about this story, perception. Stephen Covey, he was in some day in the train reading a book. Then suddenly he have some father with 3 children, I think. They was playing around. There was very noise. So he's come to this father. He say, yani he was having bad perception about him. What is guy? He don't have responsibility to take care of his children, to make them quiet. Then he talked to him. Why you don't make your children quiet? So the father was, what? Okay, he was not in his mind. So he said, I'm sorry. Unfortunately, my wife, the mother of my kids, she passed away, and now we are going to their aunt home, and my kids, they don't know that their mother passed away, but she died. So this writer, Stephen Covey, he was shocked. The first perception about this guy, bad attitude, not willing to take responsibility about his children. Later, once he know that, he say, "Oh my God, I was hurt on him." Now he empathy about this guy, this father. This is the perception. So even as I mentioned last slide, that yes, maybe the manager, he have bad perception in his team. Maybe the employee have bad perception on his manager. I remember one day in our meeting in our management, we have one employee every Thursday he come late to the meeting. So he say ظروف, I have some issues. So the manager, he say, oh my God, this guy every week he have in the same day our meeting, he have this issue. No, someday he have his daughter, someday he have something else with his mother, someday he have his own. So directly have bad perception on his employee. But when I ask this employee, what happened to you? He say, every day I went to drop my daughter in the north to my mother house, and I dropped my wife to her work in the south. Then I go to work in the north, because I tell him, why you cannot go to your wife work, then go to your mother, because he said that I have daughter, I cannot drive and take care of my daughter while I'm driving. I cannot. So every day he do like this, from north to south to north. Then after he finish, he will come to take them from his mother and his wife home work. Very unique situation. So if the manager, he have bad perception on his employee, or the opposite, it will be disaster. This is one of the things. Also, we have bad perception about manager, leader. The manager, he's complex guy. The manager, he's unfair. The manager is bad. The picture that we see, the manager is very like a boss. He use his hard to deal with his employee. He's liar. He take his credit on him. If we think about our perception on the manager or leader as this thinking, how we're gonna be leader in future, because we have perception that this is bad to be manager, so we will do anything not to be a manager. So let us think about you. Share to us your idea. Do you have any good perception about manager, leadership, or by employee, and how this affect career development for employee or manager?
Okay, no, this is interesting. So in business, especially when we are talking about customers or the market, we are always saying perception is everything, right? And what customers or the market feels about us as an organization or as a business, or what they feel towards our products matters. And you have to play around with that. But I think when it comes to leadership or workplace relationships, or the relationship between the manager and the subordinate, we are saying the opposite. Perception is not everything. You are not supposed, as the manager, to act based on perception, but you have to consult. You also have to listen to your subordinate before making any conclusion or jump into many assumptions about the other person. So you definitely have to ask, you have to consult, so that you understand the situation that they might be going through. So that whatever you do there will be based on facts or factual information about a specific person.
So it means that we need to take care of taking perception for all, like they say, 360, right? Right. Because of the time, we can move fast. Here is some question. So if we have bad experience or good experience, we can ask about our assumption to discover. Here, and the second question, any assumption do we have about our boss, about colleagues, about subordinate in the workplace? It was positive or negative. Now, to think about it, interact with other. Are there multiple ways to communicate with the team? What's the new might you try? This is as application, as mentioned, Mr. Brian. Chapter 2 about your personal account. Here we have account. Normally we think about money, but no, it's not about money. It's about bank. It's about your personal bank, your emotion bank, your confidence bank. For example, if you give yourself promise, I will wake up at 5 o'clock to do this and this and this, and you did not, so you will be mad of yourself. If you do it, you will be proud. This is the bank of account. If you say, if you you have a plan to do, if you have achieved very great achievement, you will be proud of yourself. Your confidence will increase. But if you have self-esteem, no achievement, nothing good about you, you will be bad. You will don't have confidence to deal with other. So sometimes I hear employee, they don't have the confidence. They have the education, certification, professional certification, training course, but they don't have the confidence on themselves. So the manager, he don't see them as a qualified or like experience, so they lose opportunities. And in the other way, even manager, I have even manager, they have skills, they have the knowledge, they have the know-how, but also they don't have the know-how, the confidence to deal with other. They have chuck with their employee, they have chuck with their managers, and so on, because self-confidence, they say something is not good, they do like comparison between this and himself, so he have self-esteem. So as a manager, we need to take care about our personal account, about ourselves. So let us look deep about it. Here, the characteristic of great account and bad account. In the left side is the negative, in the right side is the positive. So if we have less amount of account, our account, we will say for anything, yes, yes, yes. We will accept the pressure in us. We will struggle. We will have difficult to deal with challenge. We will destroy ourselves. We will feel jealous to other fast. If we have great personality, great account in ourselves, we will be confident. We will have driven by our goals. We will be happy of other success. We will be happy of other success. This is the most important thing. Some manager, they don't want their employee to be better than them. If they have initiative and what very fantastic, they will be destroying and blind this employee. This is because they don't have confidence about themselves. They are jealous. Even this challenge, a lot of women, because they feel challenge, jealous from each girl. So they have this. If she success, no, why she success? Why not me? But if she have great account on herself, confident, she will accept and support her. So how, as a manager, I will support my team if I am having bad confidence about myself? Impossible. So the manager, he need to build his confidence, build his account, so he can deal with other. Even now they call it, you need to empower, improve your emotional intelligence, and you need to improve your political intelligence or social intelligence. Okay, how I can deal with conflict, how I can deal with upper management, how I can deal with the subordinate, manage other manager, peer manager, and I have low confidence. They will destroy me. So I need to be confident and powerful. This is the characteristic type. How I can transaction, how I can increase my amount of bank account. In the left side up is the withdraw. We need to stop doing this thing. And the right side, how I can increase my account. In the right side, keep your promise to yourself. Offer some kindness and generosity. Be polite and kind you to yourself. Be honest and confident, faithful. Renew and refresh your strength. Nurture your talent. This is all about yourself, not about other. Do it to yourself, then you can do it to other. If you cannot do it to yourself, how you can do it to other? This is the first introduction for the first three habits. In the next discussion, it will be the other habits. It will be with social. But now this is the personal account. Here are two questions about how would you rank your personal account? Do you think high amount or less amount? If less amount, how you will gonna increase it? Type. Let us who have any thought about this bank account, your personal bank account? Who's rich? Who's not rich?
Okay, so who wants to go first? Yeah, for me, I think the personal bank accounts, this model or strategy, the first time I got to understand it was the first time I read through this book, The 7 Habits of Highly Effective People. And the fact that when I read through it also, I went I downloaded the 7 Habits of Highly Effective Teens as well too, because then when I read it, I was doing career coaching for secondary school students, so I needed to know about how you can and use this model for teens as well too, because I noticed then that when I fail to to do something that I plan to do, there is this sense of feelings of guilt and sometimes shame that comes to me at that particular time. Though then I really do not know what happens. Then why do I keep having that sense of guilt and shame? And most times I do not really have that confidence to tell somebody else to do that kind of thing, because in my mind, I know that, oh my God, I've been failing in my own end as well too. And I realized that after sometimes I started feeling demotivated, I wasn't really focused on my work anymore. I remember that time, I think there was one time in Dubai that I lost a job because of that. Again, I got the job. I was very active for the first 3 months. And after that first 3 months, things begin to happen. I begin, lose my bank account. I was beginning to withdraw from what I have left to the level that I have nothing else to withdraw from. So I became so much, frustrated and not really liking myself, lost my self-esteem, lost my confidence to the extent of losing a job. So one of the reasons why I joined this, this session is to be able to, to bring myself up again. Sometimes we need to remind ourselves about this bank account, that this is really possible. Of course, recently also there are things that I want to do that I do not do because of, maybe something else happens. And after that time, I feel so much, not so good about myself. But joining this session also makes me want to, recover my bank account and make me a millionaire or billionaire once again. Thank you so much.
Yeah, I hope to be a millionaire, inshallah. We have here Mr. Brian mentioned very good thing. No need to feel threatened by your subordinate excellence. Wise leader actually hire people who are smarter than them. A 9 hires as 10 scenario. Think about football team. A coach will never feel threatened by their player. Pep Guardiola coaching Messi scenario. He won everything he wanted because Messi was an asset. Yeah, exactly. If you have confidence about your account, your thing, you won't feel threatened by other. Very excellent. Let us go to the next habit. I will explain the habit, then we can discuss. Habit 1, be proactive. Here, this is the movie of Legend. They are twin, but they are different. But I won't talk about them. But I remember some story about Rosa Crocs, Hilda Crocs. I don't remember the name. She and her sister very old, 70 years and old. The first one, she said, I will go to this place for old people to stay there. خلاص, I am very old. I want to stay there and so on. The other, she say, no, I don't want that. I can do more. And even she's very old, 70 years, but she did to go to climb the mountain. I don't know what is the mountain in America, but she did it. And she's 70 years and she climbed to the mountain. This is one story that you are different, but only depend on your choice. A lot of this story also in school. The first student will say, oh, I have bad teacher. The other student, he say, okay, I will do my best. I will try. I will have another teacher. In career also, the first one, he say, there is no job. All job for these people, for women. But other one, he say, no, I will develop my skills. I will go more than that. I will learn English. The other one, he say, every day in the night, he play video game. So all us, we have the resource, we have the time, but someone complained, someone not complain. Someone proactive, the other one is reactive. So Stephen Covey mentioned in the feature of the freedom choice model, he mentioned that any action in our life, we have alarm. Any action, any activity, it's alarm. Before we make the choice, we have 4 things to do. Self-awareness, our capability, our education, our think about this all think about this matter, this alarm. Later, we have the consciousness. Is this bad or this good? Then we have imagination, how we can think about what will happen. maybe it will be happening like this, maybe it will be happening like this. Just you can't imagination what's gonna be. And the thing, last thing is the willpower. You will act, then respond will happen. Even in the book of the Zig Ziglar, he have like this. The first principle is to be responsible. Even book of the principle of book Jack Nicholson, he have the first principle of success. It's be responsible. A lot of writer mention the first thing to success, be responsible. Here also, be responsible to your choices. So we are not animal. We have this alarm. We have the freedom of choice. Then we can respond. If my manager do something or say something bad to me, I no need to be directly angry to him. No, you're liar. You're something. You're coward. No. Even the other thing. If my employee do something or he come late or something, no need to directly say bad thing to him. No, we can meet to him, discuss with him what happened to you, then we can discuss. So anyone, he have the freedom of choice. This is very important model. Then this is the characteristic between the proactive and the respond. The left one is the respond, that's not good, and the right one is the initiative, the proactive. Do not feel offended easily for no longer reason. Take responsibility for their choice. Think before they act. Bounce back quickly when something bad happen. Always look for the find way to success. Focus on the thing they can do something about. Okay. Then Stephen Covey mentioned that we have 2 or 3 cycle. The first cycle is cycle of control. The thing that you can control. You can control 100%. You can control your action, your thought, your attitude, your motivation. You can control. Then you can the other circle, it's influence. You can influence your team, influence your culture of your organization, motivate the team. This you cannot handle 100%, but you can handle, influence a little bit of it. Then the circle of what they call it, worry, circle of worry. You cannot do something about politics. You cannot do something about war. You cannot do something about football. Who gonna win? Who gonna lose? You cannot do something about the weather. So, as a manager, as an employee, we need first to take care of the first circle of control. Then we can influence other. For example, I have one story. Some employee, she came late to her office to work. Every day she late 1 hour, and every day she deduct from her salary. In the end of the month and the year, they say that you are very hard working, you work hard, you are taking responsibility for two employees, but you are coming late. So she can control her work, but she cannot influence all the work because they're absent. But this thing happened to make her not feel 100% of her performance. Some employee, they say, I have too many idea to work, but my manager, he don't take it because the manager, he have perception about you, you're coming late. If you come early, he will think about you, you are a responsible guy, you are disciplined. Just influence. If you increase your control, you can increase the influence. But if you don't have control in yourself, how you're gonna influence other? The bad people or not good people, or they don't have opportunity or choices, they are always in the circle of concern or worry. They talk about that, but they don't do anything about control or influence, only about worry. What happened? Oh my God. You cannot affect anything about that. So take care of what you can control and take care of what you can influence. So here is an example of how we can develop it. We need to first, we have problem or challenge or goal. In what circle we can make it? This is circle of worry. This is circle of influence. This is circle of control. Then what we can improve our response. If we take care of something we can worry, so we can remove. No need to talk about it. We can influence. We do our best. We can control. We'll manage it like that. Yeah. Who have any idea about this? The habit one, be proactive.
Hello, Mr. Abdullah and my good friends in the meeting. I'm sorry I joined late. I didn't know that we would reschedule the meeting to 7:50, but thank God I arrived home safely, and I really like how you're bringing up the session. Just to mention something about proactiveness. Maybe if I can just confirm if you guys can hear me.
Yeah,
Yes,
we hear
Victor,
you.
we can hear you. Yes, we can hear
We can
you.
hear you.
Wow, that's amazing. So just to go, I like how Mr. Abdullah is bringing the characteristics of proactive people and maybe to say reactive people, because my insights actually from that book is that being proactive means you taking responsibility for you. Let me this in this scenario, let me frame it or stick to career. Taking responsibility for your career instead of waiting for things to happen, or rather waiting for opportunities to come your way. So you find that reactive people will always blame external circumstances. For instance, not only in the career space, you'll hear people complain about economy, you'll hear people complain about the job market, a lot of competition, but you would realize even in such circumstances or other scenarios, in as much as some people might be complaining about economy, about the job market, some people will actually be thriving because they are learning to adapt, they are learning to bring in new skills so that their businesses can flourish, so that they can be able to secure jobs, so that they can just be able to flourish in their respective fields. So you'll realize that proactive people will focus on what they can control. For instance, proactive people will choose to focus on skills, networking with people, personal branding, striving to really upskill so that they can cope up with the speed in the job market. And just to mention that its application in career, I would say that point number one, instead of waiting for job opportunities, it is good for one to actually reach out to industry professionals, do a lot of networking, because I've seen this happen and I've seen these being so much powerful in terms of securing opportunities, not only job opportunities, but also other opportunities outside career. Then also, instead of complaining about job rejections and maybe the state of the market, maybe the economy, one can choose to actually explore other alternatives in terms of maybe skills, in terms of interacting with those people that you feel this guy is really flourishing in their business, flourishing in the path they have taken, just to learn and to understand what are they doing that I am not doing. And then point number three is just instead of waiting for maybe promotions, you can take an initiative in your current role. I mean, sometimes it's not about getting that promotion, it's not about getting that big profit, but it's all about appreciating where you are and taking more initiatives so that you can also sell yourself to others. So before you even get a promotion, I mean, the value you carry will automatically call for that promotion, will automatically sell you out before people. So I think that is the idea I have over that, the first point that we're talking about. Thank you.
Brilliant, brilliant. I like what you mix it with the career coach, how they can from employee perspective, how they can search by networking, by knowing themselves, by selling themselves and developing their skills, what they can control exactly. As a manager, also it's the same. He can develop his managerial skills. He can build networking with other. Uh, he can deal with his employee. He trained his employee exactly to stay the same. If the manager he have this reactive, he will be not good manager. Even his manager, he need to be proactive because we are in the duration of VUCA, nothing clear. You need to be proactive to deal with other, like what happened in COVID-19. It's the same. We need to be proactive to deal with other markets. Yeah. Who else I want to add? Yeah, Mr. Brian mentioned proactive people or managers are futuristic in their thinking. They prepare for what's coming in 2 or 3 years. You do not want to be caught unaware. Exactly. Need to even yeah. If you mix it with the employee or manager, we need to be thinking for 2 years ahead. As you say, if you what they call it skills, update your skills or you will be obsolete. Exactly. Right. Let us go to Raymond. Do you have any thought, or Abdulaziz?
No, of course we can move forward. I like the submission of Brian and on the chat, and also Victor. Like, this is really very insightful. It's just like taking the driver's seat of your career. Thank you for the wonderful insight from you both. Thank you so much.
Right. The second habit to start with end of mind. Okay. There is some story about very now I think is billionaire director for movies. This guy, he was in some day with his university high school. They went like I don't know what they call it, رحلة, trip to the Hollywood Hollywood training or college for that. It's like a school trip. So he was planning to be an actor. Okay. But in this trip, he went to how they direct movies and series and so on. He very liked it. He imagined himself, I want to be director, movie director. So what he do? Every day he finished his school, he went directly to this place, and he have like a cab, and he have this container. He took it, and he like doing imagination, fake it until you became it, or fake it until you become it. So he understand anyone, the security name, hi George. So they think that he's employee there. He's not employee. He's only kid. He have ambition. So someday someone big see him. What you are doing here? I saw you so many days. You are here. What you are doing here? He say, I want to be a director. So this guy say to him, okay, if you want to be director, study directing. No, don't to be here. If 40 years you won't be director. Finish your school, then come to here. We will teach you how to be director. So this guy, he start studying directing. Then he start as a small, yani, to be serious episode like that. Then he start to do his movie. Now he's very rich. One of his movie, Chandler's List, Saving Private Ryan, It. So who remember this director? And Indiana Jones also.
Yeah, it sounds like Steven Spielberg. I don't know if he's the one. What sounds like this story.
Yeah, exactly. Yes, he's Steven Spielberg. He have so many Oscar, 2 or 3, I don't know, and so many great movie, yani, outstanding movie. So this this habit is very long, but as a summarize of this habit, he mentioned in the book, you need to have purpose or mission. Then you will have your vision. Then you will have your personal values. Then you will have your roles as a father, as a grandfather, as a kid, as a brother, as an employee, as a manager, as a husband, as a kid, and so on. Then you will write your long-term goal, medium-term goals, short-term goal. Then you will start do planning for each goal. To have planning, you have procedure, you have habit, your to-do list, task, and so on. So this is very long habit. Is very, yani, you need to discover yourself. What is your mission? What's make you wake up in the morning happy and fulfill, and so on. So just kida in general, who have any thought about as a manager or as an employee about the second habit, start with the end in your mind.
Brian, you have something to say? I know you have a lot to say.
Why, Raymond? All right. No, okay. No, thank you. I think I'm liking this session, guys. As we share insights, I'm sure, like as Abdullah said when he talked about the bank, you must be banking all that, all those skills, expertise and all that, and the knowledge, so that you'll be able to use it. So I think what I'm getting here is that you having the end in mind. It means that it will push you to just start. It will motivate you, it will give you the energy, or motivate you to do whatever you're doing right now, so that whatever you are visualizing, you have in your vision, will become a reality. So it speaks even to entrepreneurship as well. If you are starting, you want to start a business, even if you are still an employee, you should also see yourself, even if you are working with a team of 3 or 4 people, see yourself being the business owner who is working with those people while you are still in that business. So I think you just have to feel it, so that you get motivated to do it.
Brilliant, mashallah. Yes, who have any thoughts?
Okay, I think beginning with the end in mind, Brown really made great suggestions, because I think this happens to me as well. Too. Maybe you want to become, maybe I want to, start a job as, let me say, manager or something like that. The first thing I think is that, okay, what kind of, what do those people do? That's for me. Starting with the end in mind, like look at the traits, the characteristics, the values that they hold in high esteem. Then I tend to inculcate that, okay, if I'm gonna be there tomorrow, then definitely this is the kind of values, this is the kind of character, this is the kind of books I need to read, this is the kind of skills that I need to acquire for me to be able to land that role. I think having that mindset really helps a lot. Maybe you want to become maybe a preacher, or you want to become a manager. Let me say you want to become maybe a pilot. You want to become someone who is very influential. You look at the kind of kind of skills, kind of attitudes, kind of books, the kind of things that they do, then applying it, because that that's going to be your destination. So you get to find a way to use that understanding to build your own skills, or to, find the attitude to to move forward in your own field.
Great, mashallah. Yeah, exactly. As you say, once you talk, I remember the last discussion when we talk about Richard D. Bollens for this as the 7th thing about discovering yourself, knowing your knowledge or interest and your values and your income and your responsibility. You want to be manager or self-employee, or your your condition and your city to work and your skills. All this 7 thing. Even I hear once you say that what you want, what the role that you want, what the skills you need, what the ability you need, what the connection you need, then start to be with them, start to develop this skill. You need to feel it. And also, as Mr. Brian mentioned, imagination, and empower yourself to feel it, to make it reality. Exactly. And we can link that and to that. A lot of people to do this career shift, they do only want the desire to have another job. That's all. But there a gap. You need to feel it. The other career transition. You need to feel it. You need to have connection to join group WhatsApp community in the same field that you want to shift, not just to shift without doing anything. Even this is for as an employee, as a career shift. Even as a manager, you need also to shift. Before you was doing the work with your own hand, then you have employees to do it in your behind of you. I don't know, and you need to join other group with the manager. You need to have education as a manager, planning, conflict resolution, emotional intelligence, negotiation, selling, and so on. As a manager, you need to feel the role of a manager. You need to feel the role of empowering others. You need to feel the role of as a coach, as a Pep Guardiola. You need to feel the role as that. And we cannot say, okay, we have this vision and purpose or mission but personal to this department. But we can. The department, they have their own values, their own mission, their own value. For example, a company, they have, for example, the value. For example, in the food sector, the quality of the environment, family, good timing together, eating happily together. This is the value of this company or the purpose. Okay, but as a training department, okay, how I can provide that? We can, our value, our purpose to provide the happy training environment for our employees. This is the mission for our department. This is the value of our department. This is the role of our department. This is the vision, that this is all the initiative. We will build academy. We will do this. We will do this. We will do this. We will do this. Now, as a manager, oh, you are thinking not only the routine work. No, you have a vision and mission for your department. You have roles for your department. You have roles. We can say the job description for anyone for your team, and then you have the initiative for long term, short term, medium term. Then you will do the planning and procedure and process, how to deal with your employee, how to manage them, how to have vacation, and so on. As a manager, you need to think. Start with the end of mind. What you gonna do? What you gonna change? What you gonna start for your company or your department that will help your company? Today I was discussing with my manager. She said to me, we do a lot of initiative, but alhamdulillah, our employee, once we finish the initiative, they have like a bonus, they have extra salary because they be proactive doing something a lot of this company. So it's very important thing to ourselves as an employee or as a manager, our department in our organization. This is the start and the end of mind as a managerial and leadership perspective.
Wait,
Let's go.
Are you going to send us this slide?
Huh?
Are you going to send us this slide?
Yeah, okay. There is some mistake. I will fix it, then I will send it, inshallah.
Okay, great. Okay.
Chapter 5, Habit 3. Start with the most important, then the important. We have, this is the story of the, I don't know what they call it, the mug. The doctor or the teacher said to the student, can you put this rock and water and very dust and this very young rock? So they start putting the water, putting the dust, putting the young rock, then they put the big rock. So that's what happened. First the water, then the dust. It will be like a dusty water, then this young rock, then small rock, then big rock. So we have three rock couldn't fit in the mug. But then he have another thing. He bought the first big rock, then between them he put the small rock. So they are in all this gap in front. Then he will put the dust, so the dust fill all the gap. Then he put the water and all fill with the right shape. So this let us show us the importance of prioritizing your thing. For example, in our life, we wake up in the morning, we can do the gym first, or we can do the gym after work. They are the same, 1 hour, 1 hour. But maybe if we go to the gym in the morning, we can be more proactive, more healthier, more energier. But if you do it later, we will be in the work tired, and we go into the gym, we be tired. So this is very different. So this is the a lot of things. Yani, if you make it this first, then this, you will be happy. Right. Let us start. Then we'll this topic have so many thought. So make it in the end, inshallah. So Stephen Covey have this matrix. Two things to mention: important, not important; urgent, not urgent. So he have one book, 1, 2, 3, 4 box. So question in the chat: what is the best box to stay with? The important and urgent, number 1, or important, not urgent, number 2, or not important and urgent, number 3, or not important, not urgent, number 4. What is the best box we need to stay in?
Okay.
1, 2, 3, 4. In the chat.
Okay. That's fine. This is interesting. I think a lot of people confuse, when you are making decisions, because here we're talking about prioritizing either a task or an initiative and so on. So as a leader or as a manager, you should not confuse urgency with importance. So sometimes people would usually, it's human nature, if you want to agree with me, that sometimes, or actually in many cases, especially for junior people who are not yet mature professionals, they usually go for agents, not importance. So the leader comes in and say, yeah, this is urgent, but not for now. So box number 1, when you are making a decision, I think number 1 is the best. You should really go for that. So I think sometimes then it becomes an issue depending on the situation, whereby you go for number 2 because you are still carrying the importance in quotes. But I think number 1 is good. You should go for that. If there are issues, you prioritize them against that. So look for issues. If there's an issue among 5 issues that are presented to you that are falling in box number 1, I think you should go for that first.
Great. This is your opinion. Who else? Raymond or Victor, what is your opinion?
Well, I think first of all, actually, I just want to say this that the visualization of what you're talking about is really really nice, and I think I came across these while I was just trying to put down some insights from the book. I think this should be the is it the Eisenhower matrix, and I would actually go for that box 1 because you'd realize that box 1 talks about importance and urgency. So it's good that you do prioritize whatever is important and whatever is urgent at the moment before even considering other options.
You mean number 1? Number 1. Okay. Let's us hear Raymond, then Abdulaziz.
For me, I agree with Brian and Victor, so there's nothing to say. Number 1.
Number 1. Abdulaziz, what do you say?
Yes, now I am listening only because but yes.
Sorry, Abdullah, are you there?
I'm sorry, it's mute. Yeah. So, Stephen Covey mentioned that the best box is number 2, planning. Why? The important and not urgent. Because number two, planning is precautious. Precautious. One of my member that I know, he was smoking. So he was in the, and not urgent and important to stop smoking, but he delay. So one day he have very heart attack, I don't know, then he must urgent and important to stop smoking in the crisis area. This is one of the things. Or another thing, in a school or university or project in our company, we can, for example, we need to have a deadline to submit this project, deadline to submit the PowerPoint presentation and so on. So we have 1 week to submit. For example, we say Thursday. So we delay the first one, delay the second day, delay the third day, delay the fourth day. So all the not urgent and important not happen. So suddenly in Wednesday, we need to submit the file urgent and important. Number one. No. But if we do it one by one, we can manage it. For example, as a Victor, for example, maybe he might have 4 CV to submit. If he delay, and he need to submit it before he gonna some travel or vacation, then he say, oh my God, I need to submit it all in one day. So much as a crisis, all of it urgent and important. But if he submitted the first one, second one in different days, it will be easier to him. This is one of another example. In our work, we have so many projects. Project will start after 2 months. Project will start start last month. Project new month. This month start. Suddenly, the CEO he have pressure to our manager, so he say we're gonna stop all project and focus on one project. So my manager, my manager is the assistant director. So she said to him, no, we cannot stop it all. Some project will continue, but another project will continue, and we will add someone to start with this project. So now we can't stop directly. No need to work as a crisis. Stop, do this project only. It's a crisis. This is the important number one and number two. The crisis, it's good. We need to take care of the crisis, urgent and important. But the more we stay in this box, will be feel stress. And the other number two, planning, we will be feel more productive. Right. Urgent and not important. Box number three is like an event, dealing with the phone, going to your friend, watching TV series, and so on. It's watching TV, it's half time. Watching football, it's half time. So if I cannot watch it in the same time, it will because it's urgent. It may be finished. Right. Going to meeting is not important for me. I'm just listener. Meeting. So this is also wasting. It's not important, but it's urgent. So this is the thing. Even in financial wise, buying something, it's not important, but they have this 3 days for the discount. You will lose it. This is urgent, but it's not important to you. If we can do this matrix in financial wise, something urgent, important, we can must buy. Not urgent, but important, for example, to save money is very good. Not urgent and not important, we need to take care. Why we buy this? It's not important. And last thing, not urgent, not important. Bullshit. I don't know what to say. I mentioned bullshit. So this like a shopping so much gossiping or talking or meeting, watching TV, watching series, watching without taking any care. This is, we need to stop. Someone raise his hand, or yeah, Mr. Brian mentioned, I think the prioritizing depend on the situation and also the kind of business you are in. Sure. Yani, depend in each situation, but we need the more we work in the number one, we will feel stress. That's what I mean. Yani. But if we can take number two, it will be better. Yeah, say what, Mr. Brian.
All right, interesting. I like this. when you had just numbers there without those words. I like this. I like this. You know what? Because managers, leaders are actually acting in that box, in box number 2. This is how they operate. You see, so that if there is careful planning in various elements of your business, then you avoid number 1, because crisis can be avoided through planning. So I want to give you an example. I'm also into dairy farming. We have about 1,400 cows that we have to milk each day, twice each day. So we have a 66-point rotary system. So I can imagine if that system is broken down, it means that we will not have to milk our cows. And if you don't milk the cows, the dairy cows, even one day, you create a lot of problems for yourself. They can actually start having so many diseases, and you also, destroy their udders and so on. So I'm thinking about that to say right now, if that happens, we really have to fix that machine for it to work. But now, to avoid the crisis situation, we have to act in box number 2, which is planning, so that this crisis doesn't have to happen in the future.
Exactly, 100%, exactly. Dealing with the crisis at the moment, and as a conscience, we need to plan it so we cannot have this crisis. Exactly. Wow, 1,200 cows a day, mashallah. Good luck. Then he mentioned this is an example as a important and urgent about the problem, delay, important meeting, important, not urgent, support, planning, learning, building relation, networking, urgent, not important, like an event, interrupt, unplanned event, and not urgent, not important, so much entertaining, so much social media, so much shopping, and so on. So what we can do as a manager or as an employee, we take care of urgent and important, achieve, done. Important and not urgent, plan. Not important, urgent, delegate or learn to say no. Not important, not urgent, leave. This is what we do. So as a manager, we can, for example, act or plan for business decision making, initiative, and so on. And the routine work, we can delegate the report, the data, collecting the data, follow up with the employees, other employees, we can delegate to our employees, and so on. So much meeting not important, I can also delegate it to one of my employees, or at least leave it. So this is very important to, as a manager, to utilize your time very effective. We have issue before, even my manager say that the director, he have this habit, bad habit, anything he have in mind, he directly go to her to discuss. He say, I want to focus in my email, I want to focus in my slide, I want to focus in my follow up. I cannot. Any idea he have, directly talk to me. What do you think? What's so on? And just so much talking about it. So as a manager, you need also to develop your skills of what minute of meeting, meeting management, writing do agenda, calendar, using your time of calendar, and the time boxing. Minute of meeting, I mean, who's responsible in this task, what's the task he will do, when he will do it. They call it 3W. What, who, what, when. If you have a minute of meeting without that, it's not meeting. You need to have who, what, when. Right. Then this is the last slide. In what zone you are? Are you in the comfortable zone, or in the this is the first thing, you are doing everything that you are feeling safe and secure and control. The other zone is fear zone, that you lose your confidence, you search for insecurity, you believe in other opinion about you. Then the yellow circle is the learning zone. dealing with problem, challenge, learning new skills, acquire new skills, and bigger your comfortable zone, bigger your comfortable zone. Lastly, the green zone is the growth zone. Planning new goals, new mission, living your dream, uh, deal with more complex goal. Okay, this is the zone of we in our life. Comfortable zone is the red one. Fear zone is the orange one. Yellow zone is the red, green, yellow zone. Then growth, it's the green zone. So, what zone we in what zone we are? I have a quick example in my life يعني, as a career coach. It was, I think, in May or August, in this time. In May, I think, yeah. I have what I was feeling that I cannot say no to other. And no, it was in August. I cannot say no to other. Before I wasn't an employee, only as doing as a career coaching as a freelance. So it was difficult to me suddenly from freelancer to employee and freelancer. Before I was doing 2 sessions from 5 o'clock to or 4 o'clock to 6 o'clock, closing session to my programs. Then 7 o'clock, 8 o'clock, 9 o'clock, career coaching, 3 sessions per day. It was very difficult to me, but I was what freelancer. Then when I have this new job, so it was I already have old customer. They will book their session for the next month, so that the number, it was huge. That time I couldn't say no to customer. Any customer they come to me, I see my calendar, this is empty, yalla. This time I can sit with you. So that time I was doing the closing in the car, in the raining, in the hot, because I did not plan my time very well. I did not say no. I can better way to say no. I am very booked. Next month I can do we can do. This was very difficult to me, to comfortable zone that I'm gonna lose some customer. Then I say one said to me that, okay, can you hire someone with commission? I say I have someone, but it was difficult. Then I hire another one. So this guy, he do the closing for me. So I reduced effort 2 hours per day. That's what. Then later I reduced my time to 2 hours per day, not three session, no, 2 sessions per day. So to me, that to hire someone to say no, to lose some opportunities, it was very risky to me. I'm not comfortable. Then it was a fear. Then I learned to how to delegate, to do some Excel sheet to the other one to explain to him. Then now I can me more growth, so I can hire more, and so on. This is one example story that I couldn't do that until I have to be in the bad situation. If I don't not hire in this company, I will have the time. I will do everything on my own. But suddenly, when I have this challenge, new challenge to me, I need to be bigger than that zone, bigger. So what they call it, some challenge, you will go to it. Some challenge, it will come to you. So you need to be ready to stretch your muscle, to stretch your zone. That's all in my story about that. Let us share from you. Anyone want to share his thoughts?
I'm sorry, I didn't listen to this particular session well. I think I was busy with something else. So sorry about that. And if anyone has something to say, please kindly go ahead, please.
So now we finish. Do you have any question and answer?
I think the thing I'm dying out to get the slides. Please just find a way to get the slides to us, please.
Yeah, that would be really great because how you really put the content on the slide is very, very insightful. So really appreciate the slides because I mean we can also use it to keep learning and also educate others.